VeVe just dropped an article about utility and interoperability. So we're going to be diving in and reading the article and what it's all about and my take on it. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and dive right in. All right, so we have a tweet here from today, just moments ago, about VeVe tweeting about their interoperability and utility. So it is your host here, Kyle Wilson. We'll be diving into that today. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you're tuning back in, hello. Well, and let's get right into it. So VeVe updates interoperability and OMI utility. It says here, it says a few progress updates on interoperability and OMI utility for VeVe digital collectibles. So it's been a while since I did an update. I was really waiting on bigger news like this, for instance, to come out. I've seen a couple little updates, but nothing too crazy in my opinion. So let's go ahead and just jump right into this. It says recently, the VeVe team has been hard at work rolling out new VeVe app features, crafting, waitlist, etc. However, we are acutely aware that the community members are eager to learn more about the progress being made with two blockchain-specific topics, interoperability and OMI token utility. We understand and acknowledge the disappointment caused by the slower than anticipated progress in these areas and want to provide an update. All right, so that's kind of how they start off here. And at least they acknowledge kind of people have been a little bit disappointed in terms of the progress. And, you know, obviously it's been a few years literally saying stuff too. So it's, you know, I get it. You know, some people just don't want to be vocal about it, but totally understand. You don't have to be. I'll do that for you, I guess. But anyways, interoperability. Moving from GoChain to a immutable X layer 2 on Ethereum in 2021 was a massive endeavor for the team and the first step towards providing forms of interoperability for VeVe NFTs. All right, so that one was a big one. Moving GoChain, there's like a lot of NFTs that they had to basically migrate. So that one was definitely big for sure. They got that done. Congrats and kudos on that. And that's where things kind of broke down a little bit in terms of the progress. We thought we were going to see like it was going to be boom, boom, boom. And, you know, it's been a couple years. So let me continue with the article, though. It says for various reasons, such as the varying needs of stakeholders and changing market dynamics, for example, the changing approach to enforcements of third-party royalties by major marketplaces. OpenSea, Blur. We'll get into that in just a second, though. It says, has taken longer than anticipated to find feasible solutions. Providing forms of interoperability for VeVe NFTs continue to be our intent, and we will continue to engage with various partners to evaluate emerging technologies to find workable solutions. All right, we talked about this a lot before on the channel, video streams, Twitter spaces, before anybody really understood what was going on. We talked about the royalty situation. We were the first to cover immutable X royalties. We were the first to cover Blur and what was going on over there, even before anybody knew what that even meant. So Blur was a marketplace that basically found a loophole in the OpenSea smart contract, so they didn't have to pay royalty fees and for their users, or the users rather didn't have to pay the fee. And that basically made it cheaper for their users and their marketing team to say, hey, look at us, we don't have these royalty fees and therefore it's cheaper for you. And so that was kind of their marketing shtick on Blur. And that kind of was a problem for, you know, creators, artists, and brands looking and seeking to earn royalties off of their works, because that's what made the NFT space exciting to begin with. And that's probably a problem for VeVe as well, and them thinking about doing interoperability and self-custody. And we talked about that. We beat it with the dead horse and talked about immutable X, how they have enforced royalties. So there is solutions out there. They're probably exploring those already. They're already in talks with the immutable X team, I imagine, and also looking at these upgradable smart contracts. So that's something that a lot of people don't know. And even though I've talked about it a ton, is platforms or NFT platforms like Neo Tokyo, which is one of the most advanced NFT collections in the entire NFT space, had to upgrade their contract. They already did so, and now they get enforced royalties on their marketplaces. So, you know, whether it's listed on whatever platform or marketplace, they ensured with the smart contract that it's enforced on the smart contract level so that they have more basically way to control the royalties. So there is solutions being developed out there. And so it's going to be interesting to see what VeVe does. Now, it does say that they intend to be interoperable. It says providing forms of interoperability for VeVe NFTs continues to be our intent. So I'm very interested to see what their definition of that is as well. I'd love them to see, like we expected, is some of these art, independent artists, NFTs to be basically interoperable, self custody, and able to roll up to layer one. That would be amazing to see that, the Koziks and things like that. What we kind of thought what was going to happen. I think that would be good for them to roll that out. Now, I don't know, what's going on behind the scenes, security. I'm not really sure if they have to do audits or what's going on. So it'd be nice to understand what they're looking at in terms of, why they're keeping everything, buttoned up. And obviously the royalty situation is, a lot of what projects are facing. But at the same time, you have DC, HRO, they're throwing out NFTs out everywhere. You have Nike and Artifact with, them throwing out NFTs on OpenSea directly and just not caring too much about the royalties, as most volume or a lot of volume still is on OpenSea. So again, that is something to keep in mind. There still will be a split, I think, in the community there in terms of, that specific topic. All right, let's continue on though. It says OMI utility. As announced previously, we have redesigned our loyalty program to reward all VeVe collectors. This redesign creates synergy between two previously disjointed programs and will introduce token utility for the OMI token within the VeVe digital collectible ecosystem. You can learn more about what we have started with OMI utility here, and this takes you to the Master Collectors program. And again, we've talked about this already as well. This is what they're doing in terms of merging the OUP and MCP together to form the one Master Collectors program. Now this is going to be interesting though, when they will roll this out. It goes into detail a little bit here and also links to down here at the bottom to the older articles that we've already covered before, April 19th, and the ranks and the levels and how it's retroactive and how everything works in terms of the different ranks and levels and all that good stuff. So we won't do a deep dive on all of that, but they kind of scrapped the old OUP and now it's the new OUP. So you kind of have to relearn it if you haven't already. So that is something you might want to take a look at. Let's continue on though. Blockchain team. As a part of our commitment to the above two areas and to bring greater focus and pace in delivering these items, we have onboarded a new blockchain product engineering team whose sole focus is pushing for the above initiatives. Now, this one is an interesting one. It says a blockchain product and engineering team. I don't know what that necessarily means, if it's going to be like one person kind of doing both. I've seen that a lot in projects, trying to stay lean and mean. I've seen that a lot. So I'm not sure if this is going to be Mitch and Nestor or if they've actually went out and hired a bigger team. Love to hear their thoughts on that and to clarify in terms of what their team looks like now, some of the different job roles, and maybe introducing some of those, new team members possibly. If not, it's not a big deal, I guess. I would love to see that though, them kind of be more transparent in terms of that. I know that they don't want to put out people's names out there. They don't want their employees getting sniped, but it would still be good to know what kind of new roles are coming into the platform. And down at the very bottom, the last sentence says that we will continue to release updated information and details as soon as they become available and look forward to sharing them with you. Now, this wasn't a big significant update. It just has some intentions here of interoperability. It does talk about a little bit of acknowledging the disappointment, which I do like that they did acknowledge that, and that it has taken a while there. And of course, this new, Master Collectors article, it looks like this was published today, so technically this one is new and all that good stuff, but it does link to the older articles and all that. So curious what your thoughts are about all of this. Was this a big update for you, or was this just like a, hey, we're still here, we just wanted to publish an article to let you know we're still alive? That's kind of what it felt like for me. Now, I do know that they have been updating the app itself with some features, but again, some of these features are some of the ones that we've already expected for a couple of years, but it is good to see them that they are, rolling those out finally. The crafting was a cool one. I think that one was kind of the more major one in terms of what they did with the Thanos or the Infinity Gauntlet. So I did like that. The waitlist one, we've been waiting for that one forever. So again, some of these updates don't necessarily excite me. Now the crafting one was a good one, but in terms of the rest of them, we've been already expecting these for a while. But I did want to cover this one because this one did mention interoperability and the OMI utility. So we will do the kind of the bigger update videos. I know I haven't did a video in a while there, But big updates I will probably continue to do videos on. Again, this one doesn't excite me necessarily. It's just like we're here, we're still alive, and we wanted to just update you and our intentions. I do like that they included interoperability, but I'd love to hear what their thoughts are on that. Does that mean self-custody? Does that mean rolling it up to layer 1? So I'd love to hear a little bit more in terms of what they're thinking in that, and of course the jobs and all that good stuff. It is kind of a neat update, but in terms of excitement level, I'm still kind of just chill, and waiting and seeing what they roll out and the bigger features and the bigger things that we are kind of waiting on. So anyways, that's all I really got here. Just wanted to do a quick video on that, and that's all I got for this one before I keep rambling on. But you know what to do. If you like the video, like, share, subscribe if you want more videos like this, and be like an NFT, be authentic, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.